Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm Casper Splix, and today I'm joined by It's the Natos, and we're going to talk a little bit of Warzone. We just want to get into kind of the state of Warzone and how we think it's on the decline, and we have a few reasons why. So let's get right into that. So, the Natos, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was just why do you think that Warzone is on the decline here?
Well, something big that's happened in the past couple days is one of the biggest Warzone players, Nick Merckx, has officially made the move to Apex, which is obviously huge because Nick Merckx has been playing Warzone since the beginning. It's pretty much all he's been playing. He's played like a couple games of Fortnite and some other things in between, but pretty much consistently for the past year and a half, he's been Warzone only, and he's finally pretty much called it quits. So that's pretty big, especially since Warzone's been around for a while. He's been at the forefront of that, and I don't know. I don't think it's a good look for Warzone that one of their like most ride or die content creators has kind of made the move.
Think about how many players he actually brings into Warzone. Like, he has such a huge following. It's just like all the casual kids who see like cool streamer Nick Merckx bring in all this like playing Warzone and stuff. They're just gonna follow whatever he does. Like, now that he's playing Apex, people are just gonna get more into Apex because that's all they're gonna be watching on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean Nick Merckx is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. I can't even go a session on Call of Duty without seeing someone rocking the MFAM clan tag. So he obviously has a
Yeah.
huge following.
All right, and we could actually see this coming from like a mile away because we always saw like all the pro players start to kind of complain about cheating or whether it be the game being too stale or whatever. Like, we saw that happening for like months, and it was only like a matter of time before this happened, really, where
Yeah.
just the pros got like fed up or the streamers got fed up with like all the BS happening in the game, whether it be like the cheating. I mean, that's part of it, but then obviously just the repetitiveness of the map and the gameplay and everything.
Yeah, I think that's one of Warzone's biggest like negative aspects, I guess, would be the map. I don't think it's a terrible map. I just think the fact that it's been the same since when did Warzone come out? Like March of 2020, I
Literally
think.
since launch, it's been the
Yeah,
same.
it's been
Yeah.
the same exact map. I mean, they've changed a couple POIs, but they've been like pretty abstract places that nobody really lands at, nobody really cares about. Like you have Superstore, which is pretty much the tilted towers, and that hasn't changed at all. Like,
Oh yeah.
Fortnite came in and destroyed tilted. That I mean, was that a good move? Was that a bad move? It's up for debate, but at least it's controversial. At least you're making big changes that might bring people back.
Right. And you look at Battle Royale, you look at Fortnite as being the pinnacle, kind of like the staple within that genre, and essentially Fortnite has been at the top for like 3, 4 years now, however long, and they've at the peak of it, like they've just been changing things like so regularly. They're either adding new weapons, new features, they're changing in season to make things different. Like, they're always updating their game, whereas Warzone, I feel like the people just like the devs just like rolled it out, and now they're just like eventually they'll fine tune different guns and stuff like as the community
Yeah.
like gets mad about it, but that's about it. That's all the changes they make.
Yeah, the game is so
So,
meta driven. And like
yeah.
with Fortnite, you have at least at the peak back in like I don't know, seasons 1 through probably 6 or 7, literally every single week there was
Yeah.
a new item being added to the game, like impulse grenades, you had like, snipers, pistols, like so many different things were being added and taken away, changes to
Hmm.
POIs, live events, like so much that kept the game refreshing. And every week you'd have people like Ninja, Tifu, whoever it was, dropping like 20 kill solo versus squads, like using the new guns, using landing at the new POIs, trying out different methods. And with Warzone, like I don't know, it's probably more difficult to do that because it's hard to drop just like a new weapon every week. And usually they'll do like one or two in season, but there must be something they can do to make the game
Right.
more refreshing on a consistent basis. Because even
Yeah.
even with a new season, like what does a new season of Call of Duty really mean for Warzone? That you have a battle
Nothing.
pass
Just new
and
battle
like
pass. That's it.
that maybe a couple changes, but I don't know. I feel like a new season, they've got like 3 month, 2 to 3 months to work on it. There should be some more substantial changes to the way the game is played
I agree.
to build some hype.
One thing I will say is this is bad for Warzone, obviously, that Nick Merckx quit and that people are starting to die out a little bit. But what I will say is for guys like me, it's great news because 6v6, hopefully, I'm hoping that they put more attention onto it and give us some good content, especially in the upcoming COD Vanguard, but also just in Cold War. It looks like they're gonna in season 5 here, but I don't know. Like, I feel like this is a good thing. Like, hopefully the shift can go from Warzone to multiplayer again, because COD's gonna have to go back to its roots. I feel like if they're gonna want to compete, because they're not competing with any other battle royales. Like, Apex is better, Fortnite's better, and those two are on the up, whereas Warzone's on the decline. So they're gonna need to go back to their roots, and I'm just hoping they can pump out a good quality game, multiplayer wise.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a couple options here. They could either, with if a lot of streamers and content creators start moving towards other games, they could cut their losses and start focusing more on multiplayer. Um, you have games like Splitgate coming into the picture, which hopefully can start to bring back some more like 6v6 nostalgia. Or
I'm
Warzone
hoping.
could be, they could drop down on their knees and start begging for everyone to come back and then just go full steam ahead on trying to make Warzone, what it used to be,
Yeah.
which I hope
Well,
they
that's
don't
my
do.
nerves. Yeah, that's my nerves is with Vanguard. There was like a leak to Vanguard where I think Activision put it out where it was like, yeah, Vanguard's coming along. We're very serious about like Warzone integration. It was basically all talking about Warzone in this leak, and there was no mention of multiplayer, like any focus on multiplayer. It was all Warzone. So I'm really hoping that they actually take some time and do multiplayer in a good way.
You know what would
Otherwise, I'm
be
gonna be on
awesome
Apex.
is
Yeah.
if Call of Duty has, like they have Sledgehammer, they have Infinity Ward, they have Treyarch. Like, what if they every year like they should just divide their power. Like,
Yes.
have Treyarch work on multiplayer and like
Yes.
just let them focus on multiplayer alone, and then have like a separate team that works on bringing whatever their multiplayer has to offer, finding a way to bring that into Warzone, but keep the two, like have them be related, but don't have like the same people focused on both, because right now they're it's just kind of diminishing the quality of both of them, whereas they have
Yeah.
so many people and so many different teams that could work on each. They could make each of them good, and anyone who wanted to play Warzone with the new content, whatever Call of Duty it is, they can go do that. But then you also have a really solid multiplayer to fall back
Yeah.
on.
Well, I've been saying this for a while, just that Infinity Ward should handle Battle Royale because their multiplayer games suck, and Treyarch should Treyarch should do multiplayer because
I
Treyarch's
mean, yeah, if
awesome.
you look historically,
And
Treyarch hands
Sledgehammer,
down.
yeah, easily. And Sledgehammer can kind of be the little brother, focusing like helping out with Treyarch and multiplayer, and then if Warzone needs something, like them and Raven can kind of like go
Yeah,
back and
or
forth.
even if they wanted
And
to work on like campaign or zombies, like just
yeah, perfect. Perfect. Like that's how it should be. And they have plenty of manpower. Like there's no reason they can't do this. And I do think that they're stretching themselves too thin when they release a game every year. That's what I will say. So at this point, I don't think they need to. Like we see more and more games being kind of like lasting longer. Like there's not going to be like another Fortnite coming out. Like you can make COD like a game that lasts for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years before rolling out a new COD. It doesn't need to be a yearly release.
yeah. Especially when you have like seasons like they do now. Like a while
Oh
ago,
yeah.
they had the four DLCs for each game, and that was kind of it. But if you have seasons, and if you make them like Fortnite, where every season there is a big change to the way the game is played, and
Mm.
at least in multiplayer, like I'm sure you could find a way to do that. But that would
Hey,
definitely decrease the need for yearly games, especially with the past like 3 or 4 years, or not 3 or 4, like 2 or 3 years. The games have just been really low quality. Like
yeah. No, I'm
take
totally
a
in
year
agreement.
off and just make like a phenomenal Call of Duty. Because I feel like even Vanguard, the fact that they haven't really released anything about it yet is kind of scary to me. Because I feel like
It's
they're
in
not
shambles.
confident at
Oh,
all
it's in
about it.
shambles. No, for sure. Um, yeah. No, I'm 100% in agreement. And honestly, a lot of people are probably upset that Warzone's going away, but honestly, I'm excited for the for what it could potentially bring to COD, and hopefully we get the classic feel back. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. And then at the same time, I mean, I love Call of Duty. I really hope they can get their shit together. But if they do end up just going full steam ahead and pretty much solely focusing on Warzone, I really hope some other games like Splitgate, like even the new Halo multiplayer, or even if you have studios like Respawn who come in, like with Titanfall. Like Titanfall's multiplayer was really fun and
Yeah.
refreshing. And if they kind of focused on that again, they obviously have Apex, but
Yeah.
they made some good multiplayer. So I would be open to some other studios coming in and dropping some competing multiplayer games, but at the same
Oh yeah.
time, like nothing will beat the nostalgia of a good 6v6 Call of Duty.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like that's the thing. The past few years, all we've gotten are good popular battle royale games. We haven't gotten any popular 6v6 multiplayer games in the past few years, and that's why battle royale has stock has gone way up and multiplayer has gone way down. So hopefully, with like you said, with those releases, we can get some of that classic 6v6 multiplayer feel games back on the rise, and hopefully, COD will go back to its roots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.